Morning. This is Rana Postal Venkatesham. Today, the Hindu news headlines. If you see, step up global efforts to defeat crime, says Modi. When threats are global, the response cannot be just the local. Each nation is working on strategies against them. But what we do within our borders is no longer enough, PM says at Interpol meet. Step up global efforts to defeat crime, says Modi. When threats are global, or the response cannot be just local. Each nation is working on strategies against them. But what we do within our borders is no longer enough, PM says in Interpol meet. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the Tuesday the called for enhancing the global cooperation to defeat the threats of terrorism, corruption, drug trafficking, poaching and organized crimes, stating that there can be no safe havens for the perpetrators of such offences. When threats are the global, the response cannot be just local. It is high crime that the world came together to defeat these threats. Mr. Modi said that the inaugural address at the fourth day at the 9th Interpol the General Assembly meet at a time when the nation and the societies were becoming inwards looking. India the called for more international cooperation, the global cooperation, globalization for local welfare is our call, he said. Mr. Modi said India had been combating transnational terrorism for several decades, long before the world woke up to it. We knew the price of safety and security. Thousands of our people made the ultimate sacrifice in this fight. But it is no longer enough that terrorism is fought on only in the physical space. It is now spreading its presence through online radicalization and cyber threats, he said. At the click of the button and attack can be executed or the systems can be brought to the knees. Each nation is working on strategies against them. But what we do within our borders is no longer enough, said the Prime Minister. He said there was a need to further development international strategies for setting up early detection and warning systems, protecting transportation services, securing communication infrastructure and critical infrastructure, enhancing technical and technological assistance and intelligence exchange. Respected Narendra Modi is announcing about the global efforts on the terrorism. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi being a president, presented a memento by the Interpol President and Ahmedabad Nasser al Resai at a meet of New Delhi on Thursday. When threats are global, the response cannot be just local. Each nation is working on strategies against them. But what we do within our borders is no longer enough, PM says the Interpol meet. నరేంద్ర మోడీ గారు బాగానే చెప్పారు టెర్రరిజం అంతా చేయడానికి. టెక్నాలజీని ఉపయోగించి గ్లోబల్ మొత్తం అంటే ప్రపంచం మొత్తం టెర్రరిజాన్ని అంతం చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తుంది. లోకల్గా మనం కూడా అంతం చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేయాలి. టెర్రరిజాన్ని మొత్తం అంతం చేసి చాలా దూరంలో లేదు. నరేంద్ర మోడీ ప్రభుత్వం టెర్రరిజాన్ని మొత్తం అంతం చేస్తుంది అని చెప్పడానికి ఒక ఉదాహరణగా మాట్లాడుకుంటూ వచ్చిందనమాట. ఇక్కడ ఏమంటున్నారంటే డిపీట్ దిస్ థ్రెట్ మిస్టర్ మోడీ సెడ్ దట్ inaugural address the fourth and 90th Interpol General Assembly meet at a time when the nation and societies were becoming inward looking. India the call for more international cooperation, global cooperation for local welfare is our call. Yes, globally the government should be united and fight against the terrorism, and as well as in local also, wherever in various countries the terrorism is by the name of the terrorism attacking, we should try to avoid. All the prime ministers and should do that. Terrorism is very danger to our normal population throughout the world. It's very danger. Whatever it may be, Narendra Modi also gave some suggestions. Security, thousands of people made the ultimate sacrifice in this fight, but okay, online rates, something is written, no problem. Jayalalitha's death probe panel indict Shashikala, others. Jayalalitha's death probe panel indict Shashikala and others. The Justice Armuga Swamy Commission of Inquiry probing the treatment and death of the former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha in 2016 has found her aide VK Shashikala, her doctor KS Sivakumar, then Health Secretary J. Radhakrishnan and former Health Minister C. Vijay at fault. The commission report tabloid in the assembly on Tuesday recommended further the probe into their role. The report says hurt vegetation, perforation and diastolic dysfunction had been found, for which consultants from abroad, Richard Bale from the UK, start results and Saman Sharma from the US had recommended an angiosurgery and wonders why it was not performed. Very sorry. Once again, we would like to see Jayalalitha's death probe, the panel indict Shashikala and others. జయలలిత చావు పైన శశికళ మరియు ఇంకా మిగిలిన డాక్టర్ల మీద కూడా అనుమానం వ్యక్తం చేసినటువంటి ఉన్నటువంటి పరిస్థితి అన్నమాట. ఎవరైతే ఒక ద జస్టిస్ అర్ముగ స్వామి కమిషన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎంక్వైరీ probing the treatment and death of the former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha in 2016 has found her aide the VK Shashikala, her doctor KS Shivakumar, then Health Secretary J. Radhakrishnan and former Health Minister C. Vijaya at fault. The commission's report tabloid in the assembly on Tuesday. They recommended further the probe into their role. The report says earth vegetation, perforation and diastolic dysfunction had been found, for which consultants from the abroad, Richard Bale from the UK Stuart Russell and Samin Sharma from the US had recommended angiosurgery and wonders why it was not performed. The next continue, page number 12 will be there. We can see the page number 12. Page number 12. Jayalalitha, I think the BJP. Page number 12, tell this word. Animal blues. Page number 13. We'll see continue. Anyway, జయలలిత యొక్క డెత్ ఒక మిస్టరీగా మారింది. శశికళ మీద అనుమానం, శశికళనే డాక్టర్స్ని మెయింటైన్ చేసి చంపింది అన్నటువంటి డౌట్ వస్తుంది శశికళ మీద. అందుకని జయలలితది ఆ వచ్చిన టీం కూడా జయలలితని ఇన్వెస్టిగేట్ చేయాలని చెప్తున్నమాట. 6 pilgrims pilot killed as a helicopter the crash in కేదార్నాథ్. 6 మంది యాత్రికులు మరి పైలట్ కూడా ఆ విధంగానే హెలికాప్టర్ క్రాష్లో చనిపోయినటువంటి సందర్భం. 7 persons including the pilot were killed after a helicopter ferrying the pilgrims back from the Kedarnath shrines in Uttarakhand. They crashed near Garud Chatti on Tuesday. The helicopter hit a hill and fell into a George District Disaster Management Officer Nadan Singh said. It crashed probably because of the bad weather, but a detailed investigation into the cause of the accident was underway, said Mr. Ravishankar, the CEO of the Uttarakhand, the Civil Aviation Development Authority. Due to the dense fact, there was low visibility in the area, he said. 3 pilgrims each from the Tamil Nadu and Gujarat were killed. The pilot is from the Maharashtra. Okay, this is a single. Konda Gotindi, Aitana Konda, Gavadi, Kalpain. Sri Lankan author win the Booker Prize. HN House urges center not to implement languages panel report. DMK was born to the nature Tamil and the protect it from onslaught of the other language, says Stalin. తమిళులు వాళ్ళ భాషకు చాలా వాల్యూ ఇస్తారు. రీసెంట్గానే మన ఎవరైనా అమిత్ షా హిందీ లాంగ్వేజ్ని ప్రమోట్ చేసుకుంటూ వస్తున్నాడు. The Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly on Tuesday adopted the resolution urging the centre not to implement the recommendations made in the report of the Parliamentary Committee of Official Language submitted by the Chairman to the President of India. The Parliamentary Panel has recommended Hindi and the medium of instruction of the general instructions of the higher education in Hindi, the speaking states, and the regional languages in other states. The Chief Minister MK, the Stalin who moved the resolution, said the recommendations were against the state language, including the Tamil Nadu, Tamil, and also against the interest of the people who spoke those languages. The DMK was born to the nature of the Tamil and the protect it from the onslaught of other languages. The party has been functioning as a Tamil protection since its inception, the Chief Minister said. While the BJP members staged the walkout of walkout of O. Pannirselvam, the deputy leader of the AIADMK, the speaker is yet to act on the representation from the AIADMK, the removing him a deputy leader, the supported the resolution. He had other AIADMK MLAs who supported him they were in the house when the resolution was moved. The protect Tamil culture. Mr. Stalin said the imposition of the Hindi began in 1938 and had been continuing since then. This is not the struggle for the protect of the language. We have been wagging it as a war to protect Tamil race and culture, he said. Recalling his letter to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi on October 16, Mr. Stalin said the recommendations are the detrimental to the multi-language structure of our country and question the future by the ignoring the English and complementally excluding the 22 languages of non-Hindi speaking states, which are mentioned in 8th schedule of the Constitution. The Chief Minister and the Tamil Nadu had again been pushed to the forefront to depend on the mother language Tamil, to keep English as an official language to preserve all the 22 languages. BJP floor leader Nayanar Nagendran said his party would certainly condemned it if Hindi was composed. But I have no reason to believe it since the Prime Minister had quoted the Tirukkural and spoke about the Tamil in the United the Nation. If the student from the Tamil Nadu, the minister United spoke, the student from the Tamil Nadu gets admission in the states like Uttar Pradesh. He was continued his lesson through an English as a medium, he said. Okay. Whatever it may be, central government forcefully attaching Hindi language. So as well as the central government and Narendra Modi government should give the preference to their local languages also. After Hindi textbooks, Dhanvantari Puja in medical colleges in MP. After Hindi textbooks, Dhanvantar Puja in medical colleges in MP. 2 days after launching the medical education textbooks in Hindi, the Bharatiya Janata Party government in Madhya Pradesh has announced the Lord Dhanvantari, the Hindi god of health, will be worshipped in all the medical colleges of the state during the Dantaras festival. The state medical education minister Vishwas Sarang said on October 22, the students, doctors and relatives of the patients in all medical colleges, hospitals in the state will offer the prayers to Lord Dhanvantari, and this will be an annual event. In the minister himself will be attend the pujas in the medical colleges of Bhopal and Indore. No religion link. He added that the objective of the organizing this program was to make the Madhya Pradesh a healthy state, dismissing the issue of the possible opposition to puja being performed in the government institutions, saying it is not connected to any religion, to Lord Dhanvantari belonged to everyone. Earlier during the launch of the Hindi, the medical books in Bhopal on Sunday, the prayers were offered to Lord Dhanvantari and the goddess Saraswati, taking a dig at the initiative. The Madhya Pradesh Congress Media Department head KK Mishra referred to the ministers to Dhanvantari, those who worship wealth, and advised them to focus on the health service instead of gimmicks. This is right. Instead of doing gimmicks, try to focus on education system. Develop technology developments and subject knowledge is important for the medical services, but medical colleges, but for offering the puja and doing the gimmick things, attracting the normal people, that's not good. This is not right way, they saying the opposition leaders. SC to hear the plea and the release of Bilkis case convicts on November 29. SC to hear the plea on release of Bilkis case convicts on November 29. The Supreme Court on Tuesday gave the petitioners time to respond to Gujarat government affidavit which showed that the special judge and the CBI in the Mumbai opposed the premature release of 11 convicts sentenced to life in the Bilkis Bano gang rape case, while the center and the Gujarat authorities approved the proposal to set them free. A bench of Justice Ajay Rastogi and the CT Ravikumar scheduled the next hearing on November 29. The senior advocate Kapil Sibal had sought to time to file a reply. The court asked the Gujarat and a lawyer appearing for the accused to hand over copies of their counter of affidavits to all the lawyers involved in the case. The affidavit filed on the Monday by Gujarat revealed that while the superintendent of the police, the CBI Special Crime Branch Mumbai and the special judge CBI of the Greater Mumbai opposed the premature release all the authorities in Gujarat and the Home Ministry recommended their release. Greater Mumbai opposed the premature release. All the authorities in Gujarat and the Home Minister recommended their release. This is danger. The Home Minister recommended their release. This should be underlined. SC to hear plea and the release of Bilkis Bano case convicts on November 29. But what happened? The Home Minister of Gujarat, authorities in the Gujarat and the Home Minister recommended their release. But behind this, Narendra Modi and Amit Shah was there. Narendra Modi and Amit Shah may be there to release them. This is the situation is going. Narendra Modi always gives bhashan dete rehta hai. Mann Ki Baat, like Mann Ki Baat and various the programs he used to speak, and Independence Day and on Republic Day, they used to speak about the people of India, about the women, about the wealth and health, but he will not follow. Only baat karta hai, काम नहीं करता है. बात एक रहता, काम एक रहता. He says, but he can't do. But if he want give respect to the women, Indian women, why should they release? Why? We can say Bombay opposed the premature release. Why the premature release is happening? All the authorities in Gujarat and the Home Ministry recommended their release. Why? Why recommended the Home Ministry in Gujarat? Amit Shah should answer on this. The Narendra Modi should answer on this. Why this recommendation is going for the Bilkis Bano case? Why that 11 members, 14 members are releasing on the premature case? So there is complete support. BJP government is complete supporting them. But that is why they are coming back. This is the bad thing. This is worst thing. Our court should work with their privilege. Whatever privilege they have, our courts have, they should follow. They may follow, but why you are interfering? Why you are making influence through the BJP, the Home Minister and all others? This is called bad. ఇది హోమ్ మినిస్టరు సత్యవాక్యాల బోధన ఒకటే కాదు, ప్రధానమంత్రి ప్రగల్భాల వాళ్ళకి మీటింగ్ చేయడమే కాదు, అమిత్ షా వచ్చి పార్టీలను కూర్చి మందిని కలపడమే కాదు, ఎక్కడైతే ఏ ప్రాంతాల్లో అయితే దళితులకు అన్యాయం జరుగుతుందో, ఏ ప్రాంతంలో అయితే ఆడవాళ్ళకి ఆదాయం జరుగుతుందో, ఏ మర్డర్లు జరుగుతున్నాయో వాళ్ళందరూ కోర్టు శిక్షిస్తుంది. మీరు మధ్యలో ఇంటర్ఫీర్ అయ్యి కళ్ళబొల్ల మాటలు చెప్పి కథలు చెప్పి అది ఇది చెప్పి మీరున్న సాక్షులను ప్రభావితం చేసి ఇలాంటి రిలీజ్ చేస్తే మీరు బీజేపీ తగిన మూల్యం చెల్లించుకోక తప్పదు. Delimitation report approved. Approved officials gear up for polls. Avuna? Officials gear up for polls. Delimitation report approved. Officials gear up for poll. Cannot rule out civic elections in December, says an official, adding that the next step will be to adopt the electoral roll and finalize polling stations. Center issues gazette notification ratifying report. Gazette notification and ratifying report. Ratifying report should be required. Cannot rule out civic elections in December, says the officials, adding that the next step will be adopted electoral roll and finalize polling stations. Polling station final చేయాలి ఫస్ట్ చేసి the center has approved the delimitation committee the final proposal on municipal ward in the city. It has issued gazetted notification on October 17 ratifying the proposal, officials said. The move takes the Delhi a step closer to the holding civic poll. We are geared up for the civic poll. The next step is to adopt the electoral roll and finalize the polling the stations, and said an officials familiar with the developments. Okay, continue it and go ahead. We don't need. BJP changing rules to give a Lieutenant General the final says in MCD matters up. The always why the Lieutenant General Governor and this Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal, every day fighting on this. They will not cooperate each other. Why this is like this happening, I don't know. The BJP changing the rules to give up a Lieutenant Governor, the final says in MCD matters up. The Aam Aadmi Party on the Tuesday alleged that the Bharatiya Janata Party is changing the rules and governing the Municipal Corporation of Delhi, MCD, to give the Lieutenant Governor the final say and matter related to the civic affairs in the city. The powers of the civic body are being curtailed as the BJP realized that it would not be able to win the next civic poll, also alleged. In a response, the BJP said the MCD has never shared any proposal to curb the powers of the House in the public domain. The background. Okay. Let it. That is belong to Delhi matter. Gaud started the praying the bio-decomposer solutions in fields as a AQ1, the remains poor. The cause for the concern, the Delhi deteriorating air quality improved around the October 10 due to a spell of rain. However, the AQI readings have dipped again and even before the Deepavali, with no improvement likely soon. Decomposer అంటే అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి వాటిని డీకంపోజర్ అంటే గడ్డిని చెత్త చెదారం అంతా మురుగబెడుతురు తప్ప కాల్చి బూడిద చేసి పొల్యూషన్ చేయకుండా ఢిల్లీలో ఒకటి తీసుకురంట. ద క్యాపిటల్స్ ఎయిర్ క్వాలిటీ ఇండెక్స్ deteriorated slightly and continued to be in the poor category on Tuesday, according to the Central Pollution Control the Board CPCB data. The meanwhile, the Delhi government started spraying biodecomposer solution in paddy fields in the city to reduce the stubble burning. The government first used the solution in the 2020 and then again in the following year, the government claimed to have achieved the positive results in both years. The Delhi government has aimed to spray the biodecomposer over the 5,000 acres of the agriculture land this year. We have formed 21 teams to undertake the task. The government will spray biodecomposer free of cost on all basmati as well as non-basmati agriculture fields. Environment Minister the Gopal Rai said on Tuesday, the biodecomposer solution is one of the 15th focus appoints in the Delhi government winter action plan, which was released last month. In the last 2 years, a biodecomposer capsule, the development by the Indian Agriculture Research Institute was turned into a solution through the week-long the process, after which it decomposed straw and stubble in the mature. Whatever it may, decomposition. The Delhi government aims to spray the biodecomposer over 5,000 acres of the land this year. 5,000 acres లో డీకంపోజర్ అంటే ఒక మందు స్ప్రే కొట్టి ఆ గడ్డి మొత్తం అక్కడనే మురిగి ఎరువుగా మారుతుంది, పొల్యూషన్ కాకుండా నీట్గా ఢిల్లీ గవర్నమెంట్ చేస్తుంది. సక్సెస్ అయితే అందరికి పెడితే ఇది బాగానే ఉంటుంది, దేశం మొత్తం పెడితే మంచిదే కదా పని. Toddler mauled to death by stray dog in Noida Society. Another child was attacked by a dog in the same society in 2018. The police have been deployed inside the society. It maintained the peace among the residents. What are the dogs? Many of the residents feed the stray dogs inside the society, which adds to the problem, said a resident. కుక్కలు కరిస్తాంతున్నాయి అంటే 1 year old child died after being mauled by the stray dog inside a posh housing society in Noida sector 100 on Monday afternoon, police officers said. ఈ కుక్కలు గారు చంపితే ఎట్లా మరి, కుక్కలు చంపేయాలన్నిటి. We don't find any merit, says HC, rejecting the Umar Khalid's bail petition. The Delhi High Court on Tuesday rejected the bail petition of the former Jawaharlal Nehru University JNU student Umar Khalid arrested in the connecting with the 2020 Northeast Delhi riots case. We don't find any merit in the bail plea. A bench of Justice Siddharth Mridul and Rajneesh Bhatnagar said that while dismissing the plea, Mr. Khalid, who was being charged under the Unlawful Activities, the Prevention Act, for allegedly being one of the masterminds behind the raids. He was arrested on the September 13, 2020 and he has been custody since on March 24 in this year. A trial court had denied bail to him, stating that there was a reasonable grounds to believe that the accusations against him were a prime facie true. The looked up statements. Okay. Name the CBI officer BJP dares Sisodia. Name the CBI officer. A day after Deputy Chief Minister the Manish Sisodia alleged that a Central Bureau of the Investigation CBI officer unofficially asked him to quit up, while also the offering him the chief minister chair the BJP dared him to reveal the officer's name. On Tuesday, BJP MP Parvesh Sahib Singh dared the deputy CM to either reveal the officers the name and reason from the cabinet. He challenged Mr. Sisodia to take a narco analysis or a lie detector test. A challenge Mr. Sisodia to reveal the name of the officer, tell us the name or apologize to the people, he added. Why this BJP party is gaming like this? If anyway there is any situation happen in Delhi, BJP they will be very doubtful the party. బీజేపీ అనేది ఢిల్లీలో పార్టీని కూలగొట్టడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తుందంటే ఈ బీజేపీ దొంగ నక్క బుద్ధులు ఎవరు నమ్మడు అసలు. బీజేపీ ఒకవేళ అది చెప్పేది నిజమైతే ఏదైనా ఇన్సిడెంట్ జరిగితే మాత్రం తోలు తీస్తారు. PM Modi to attend a Deepotsav in Ayodhya on Deepavali. Amma Deepotsav, Ayodhya Deepavali. At farmers rally, BJP challenges Rajasthan PCC chief on his home turf. Dotasra said the BJP is misleading the farmers and youth by alleging that the Congress had not fulfilled promises made in its election manifesto. The Gehlot government has viewed agriculture loans totaling 14,000 crores, he says. At farmers rally, BJP challenges the Rajasthan PCC chief. Bombay is set to hear a plea on bullet train on November 10. A huge farmer rally organized on Monday by the opposition BJP in Shikar district. Lakshman Garh town had thrown as a challenge to the Rajasthan Pradesh Congress Committee the President Govind Singh Dotasra in his home constituency. Let it the challenge. Bombay is set to hear plea on the bullet train on November 10. The Bombay High Court on the Tuesday said it will hear Godrej and Boys Manufacturing Co. the limited plea challenging the acquisition of the land and its Cambia Ahmedabad bullet train on November 10. A division bench of Justice Nitin Jamindar and the Sharmila Deshmukh was hearing a plea by the Godrej and Baisi, the challenging on order the passed on September 15, 2022 by the the collector for the acquiring the companies the 10 hectares of land after agreeing to give 264 crores. The plea was filed in 2019, challenging the amendment of the right to the fair the compensation and the transparency in land acquisition, Rehabilitation and Resettlement Act. The senior advocate Narroj Shirvai appears to the company sought to the status quo on matter. NIA arrest 2 accused during the searches seized and weapons. ammunition, weapons ammunition. The searches were carried out in Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Haryana and Punjab. Football matches embroils police, varsity administration, Nigerian embassy officials. Nigerian embassy officials. Sai Baba may meet the same fate and Father Stan Swami, the fierce committee, the working for his release. Sai Baba may meet the same fate and Father Stan Swami fears the committee, the working for his release. The committee for the defense and the release of the GN Sai Baba the fears that the 90% physically disabled and the wheelchair, the bound of the former professor will meet the same fate as his co-accused the late Pandu Narot and the late Father Stan Swami. The committee chairman G. Aragopal has appealed to the Supreme Court to review and reconsider Dr. Sai Baba case. The committee felt that the Bombay High Court judgment of his acquittal on October 14th finally did justice to the Sai Baba and others who have been incarcerated for the last almost 7 years. The several of the judgment by the Apex Court the next day in the great hurry in reflecting on the justice systems in India, read the letter. The observation of the court that he has the power to the mind in negation of the essence of the freedom of thought. Mr. Mill wrote in this book and library that the unrestrained the freedom of thought in the hallmark of democracy, dissenting in the voices and justice. D.Y. Chandrachud observed works as a check against the arbitrary exercise of the power by the executive authority. Unchecked power is likely a pressure cooker which can lead to the burst at any time if the dissent is not allowed. The judiciary must protect the freedoms of the citizens. It has to balance the freedoms of the citizens and the power of the state. If they have to err, it should be on the side of freedom, it added. What happened to Sai Baba? Sai Baba may meet the same fate as Father Stalin Swami fears committee working for this release. ఓకే, లక్కీగా మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి బెంచ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఆ రిలీజ్ అవుతాడా కాదా కూడా మనం చూడొచ్చు భవిష్యత్తులో. సాయిబాబా గారు బెంగాల్ రిక్రూట్మెంట్ స్కామ్, జాబ్ ఆస్పిరెంట్స్ టర్న్ అప్ ద హీట్. వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్? కర్ణాటక కాంగ్రెస్ లాంచెస్ ఏ సీఎం క్యాంపెయిన్. Mamata offers jobs, cash to brave who saved lives. Punjab governor objects to appoint of the new VC of PAU. Bengal recruitment scam, job aspirants turn up the threat. They go on hunger strike at the protest site in Kolkata, representatives of educational board says demands of the protesters are unjustified. Kolkata, hundreds of job aspirants who have been staging a protest since the Monday outside the office of West Bengal Board of Primary Education WBBPF in Kolkata, the Salt Lake area on Tuesday. They stepped up the heat on the West Bengal government by going on a hunger strike. The job seekers who cleared the teacher eligibility test TET in 2014 have been protesting for over 30 hours at the same venue. On Tuesday, the students raised the slogans, blocked the thoroughfare and threw their food and water on the road, announcing that they are going to a hunger strike. There was a heavy deployment of the police who made announcements urging the protesters to clear the road. The protesters, while citing irregularities in the recruitment process and demanding that they begin appointment in the state-run schools. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has evaded indirect response on the protest and said that she will not comment on a sub judice matter. Meanwhile, the representatives WBBP said that the demand of the protesting job seekers were unjustified. అంత కొడితే ఈ మమతా బెనర్జీ కూడా అంతే ఉన్నట్టు. మమతా బెనర్జీ ఇంత పొడుగు అంత పొడుగు అనుకుంటే జాబ్లో ఇస్తలేదు. ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి రిక్రూట్మెంట్ స్కామ్ జరిగింది. జాబ్ ఆస్పిరెంట్స్ అంతా టర్నప్ అయితే మొత్తం వచ్చారు. హంగర్ అంటే వాళ్ళు తెచ్చుకున్నటువంటి ఫుడ్ మొత్తం రోడ్డు మీద పడేసి వాటర్ బాటిల్ పడేసి మేము అన్నం తినమని చెప్పి కంప్లైంట్ ఇస్తే మమతా బెనర్జీ మాట్లాడతలేదు. ఆమె మాట్లాడక చల్లగా అయిపోయింది. మమతా ఆఫర్స్ జాబ్ అంటే ఏందో. పోలీస్ ఫైరింగ్ ఎట్ స్టెర్లైట్ అన్ప్రొవోక్డ్ సేస్ ప్యానల్ రిపోర్ట్. Kerala CM ministers hit out at governor for the Sheikh threat. Avuna? Pinarayi Vijay says it the chief minister's prerogative to the appoint or the dismisses ministers. Balagopal and Bindu accused Arif Mohammad Khan of the destabilizing the higher education sector in the state. Destabilizing the higher education sector in the state. In Maharashtra, kids lost more fathers than mothers to COVID-19. Wow. Aid for the children harpened by the COVID-19. Maharashtra పిచ్చిగా చచ్చిపోయారు జనాలు. తల్లుల కన్నా తండ్రులు ఎక్కువ చచ్చిపోయారు. Japan seeks GI tag for Nihonshu and alcoholic beverage. This is the first time to product from Japan has failed for tag at the GI restaurant in Chennai. వర్షానికి పడవ కింద మీద అయినట్టు. Heavy rains lashes Kerala yellow alert in 9 districts. Kerala heavy rains. SC6 status in the Kerala government moved to enact law against superstitions. SC6 status of the Kerala government moved to enact law against the superstitions. Superstitions law against undale. What is this? Grazing animals key to long-term soil carbon stability. IISc study. Avuna? Okay. 6 spider species discovered across the country. Spider. law against the superstitions. A division bench of the Kerala High Court on Tuesday asked the state government to inform the court about the status of the steps taken to enact a law for the preventing and the eradicating the evil practice, including the sorcery and the black magic. The bench passed the directive and the public interest litigation filed by the Kerala Yuktivadi Sangam seeking a directive to the state government to implement the recommendations of the State Law Reforms Commission to the enact a law against the evil practice. When the petitioners came up to the hearing, the state government submitted that it had already taken steps to bring such a law. The counsel for the Yuktivadi Sangam PV Jivesh submitted that the petitioner had approached the state government on many occasions, seeking to enact law against the evil practices such as the sorcery and the black magic to protect the common man, though the bills had been introduced in the assembly. They had not been passed. The opponents of the statute, the content that such statutes were against their religious beliefs. These barbaric practices had to be eradicated. The government of the Maharashtra and Karnataka had enacted laws against such practice. However, the state government was reluctant to take the step for the making such laws, despite reporting to incidents such as human sacrifice and other black magic. The victims were mostly children and women. In fact, the State Law Reform the Commission recommended a bill called the Kerala Prevention and the Eradication of the Human Evil Practices, Sorcery and the Black Magic Bill. In this regard, the government had not taken any step to implement the recommendation, he alleged. The petitioner also pleaded for the declaring the films and videos with the content of the superstitious the practices including the sorcery and occult illegal. Sorcery. దిస్ ఈజ్ ఏంటంటే మూఢనమ్మకాలు, ఈ చేతబడులు, గీతబడులు, ఈ బ్లాక్ మ్యాజిక్లు అన్నీ ఏంటి వేసేస్తాదా అనేవన్నీ నమ్మకాలు ప్రజల్లో తెలిసి వేరే ప్రభుత్వాలు ఈ మూఢనమ్మకాలు మొత్తం బైకాట్ చేసారు. కేరళ కూడా బైకాట్ చేయాలని చెప్పి వాళ్ళు చెప్తూ ఉన్నారు. ఇక్కడ ఏంది స్పైడర్స్ అంటే తెలుసు కదా, మన బూజు కట్టేటివి. ఇక్కడ రకరకాలవి కూడా కనిపెట్టినట్టు ఇక్కడ కొత్త ఏంది కనబడాయి దేశం లోపల. Hindus are not Kafites, the Muslims are not jihadis. Hill race. The BJP and the Congress face different challenges in the Himachal Pradesh. The dire need to talk about the 1962. We will talk later. Magnanimity or Machiavellian move. With pandemic blues gone, the people are painting the town red. Attack on Ukraine is powered station by the Russian force. 0% Ukraine power of the civilization on this Vijay, the CBI increased the saving deposit rates for the large bank accounts. ఇది ఏం బ్యాంక్ తయారైన గవర్నమెంట్. SBI increased saving deposit rates for large bank accounts. 13 basis points, that hike by the nation largest lender, the State Bank of India, in saving deposit rate for larger accounts. Banks have been witnessing a flight of money to other assets classes. For many months, deposit growth has not been keeping pace with credit growth, which in the first half average at 14.8%, while deposits have been lower at 9.5%. MSP for wheat hiked to 2,125 per quintal for this year. Deadly interest rebel fighting in Syria's Turkey's held north. Gambia child deaths and cough syrups. దగ్గుమంది ఆగి పిల్లలు చచ్చిపోయారు కాంబియాలో. ఈ దగ్గుమంది సీజన్ తెచ్చుకోవద్దురా బాబు. ఈ దగ్గుమంది సీజన్ గట్టి తెచ్చుకునేవాడు ఆయన చచ్చిపోతారు పిల్లలు. చూడండి ఇది ఎంత బాధ. దగ్గు తగ్గిందే సరే కానీ the illusion of being faster than light, how star problem was solved. Know your English. It is the government's job to appoint judges, law minister, Vijay. Yes, 100% right. It is the government job to appoint judges. Government సిద్ధశుద్ధి లేదు. However, in the world, except India, is there a practice that the judges appoint their brothers and judges. The people can see the politics among leaders, but they do not know the politics going on inside the judiciary. Yes, this is right. He says they expanded the meaning of consultation of the concurrence heads, that there is no mechanism to control the judiciary. If it goes astray. Court cannot issue the direct to frame universal civil code. Agency to probe the Rajiv assassination disband. Macron may visit India next year. The nuclear power on agenda. జయ డెత్ ఏ పేజీలో ఉంది? 15th పేజీలో ఉంది. Jaya death probe panel indict Shishkala others. The report went on the claim that US Dr. Samin Sharma had convinced the late Chief Minister to agree for an NGO, and UK based expert Richard Bale had also said that was prepared to take her abroad for treatment, but it did not materialize. It also accused to doctors of Apollo Hospital who were involved in treating the late Chief Minister through her hospitalization of 75 days of not acting on the suggestions of surgery. Notably, the report has recommended several statements by the specialist who recommended surgery be performed at the earlier suitable moment, depending on the condition of the patient. In this content, it has also recommended an investigation of Apollo doctors YVC Reddy and Dr. Babu Abraham against Rama Mohan Rao, the Chennai Chief Secretary. The commission found criminality over him affixing his signature on 21 forms on various dates for the various doubt for the procedural aspects. False statement. The report trained its guns on Pratap C. Reddy, the chairman of the Apollo Hospital, though he is the person bound and authorized to state true facts with his full knowledge that it was not true. Issues as a press meet with a false statement that the late CM can be discharged at any time. He issued a briefings in his room, often without disclosing the real fact regarding the heart ailments and the treatment to be given to the late CM while press conference were few and the fear far between the hospital issues regular the bulletin to provide to the public the brief updates about the CM's health condition as on that date. Though the report itself has received extensive documents from the hospital and also recorded the deposition of the many hospital staff during the course of its inquiry. All of which are present. The final report claimed that the no contra evidence or documents were put further before the commission, other than the stating that the hospital gave the best treatment. The report also seeks to fly in the face of official certification of the death by the qualified medical professionals and introduce doubt as to be the correct time of death going by the version of Deepak Jayalalitha's nephew, who had no opportunity to meet her in hospital or had any briefing from the hospital. Deepak said he had performed the rites for the first anniversary of her death, considering the time to death as between 3 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. The December 4, a delay ahead of what was certified. After Jayalalitha's death on December 5th, 2016, following a long period of the hospitalization, the AIADMK, the government constitutes the Harmuga Swamy, the commission of the inquiry into the circumstances that led to her death. The commission finally submitted its report to the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin on August 27. The AIIMS medical panel continued to assist the Harmuga Swamy. The commission with the medical reports earlier submitted its report giving Apollo Hospital to clean chit in the treatment provided to Jayalalitha and concurred with the hospital's final diagnosed. కొన్ని అనేకమైనటువంటి కొంచెం డౌట్లు ఉన్నాయి. ఎవరైతే అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి ఆమె చీఫ్ సెక్రటరీ ఎవరైతే ఉన్నో ఒక డేట్లో సంతకం పెట్టడం, అనేక డేట్లలో సంతకం పెట్టడం, ట్రీట్మెంట్ ప్రాపర్గా అలా మేనల్ని అలౌ చేయకపోవడం, అనేక రకమైనటువంటి ఇక కారణాలు ఉన్నాయి ఆమె చనిపోవడానికి. ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఒకటి చెప్తే ఇంకోటి చేయడం, కొన్ని రకాల తప్పులు చేసారు. అవి బులెటిన్ కూడా టైం టు టైం విడుదల చేయకపోవడం కూడా కొన్ని తప్పులు పట్టిరాళ్ళు. 7 killed at the helicopter crash. Team Tharoor that gives a violation of election guideline. Significance of the Congress, the presidential election goes for the behind its internal working. We don't believe in the hierarchical world. Okay, thank you very much. It's a very lengthy period. Okay, bye.